Welcome everyone to the mid-season finale of Beyond the Adventure. Before I get this episode started, I want to know from you guys, should I continue this current format in a couple of weeks when I pick Adventure Wednesday back up? Meaning, should I continue to air the episode of Beyond the Adventure the following week after Adventure Wednesday has aired, or should I just air it that same night? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Anyways, the mid-season finale is the Mohawk Trail Adventure. Let's get started. Starting us off, the opening shot I wanted to show you guys was the Mohawk Trail exit sign on Interstate 91 North, and when you get off at this rotary here. You can go right towards Greenfield and like Sunderland, or you can continue underneath the bridges that are 91 North and South, and continue up on the Mohawk Trail, which is basically a very, very scenic drive over on this part of the state, on the western end of this state. This is an area that we go up many times during the year. Usually go up there a couple times in the summer on the motorcycles. My favorite time actually to go up here is in the spring, because when the trees and the flowers and everything are starting to bloom and blossom, the maple syrup is running, or not running, but the sap is running. They're making maple syrup, and there's a very, very delicious location up here that's a maple sugar house. It's called Gould's. I've been going there since I was a little kid. But anyways, continuing here, this is the long scenic drive that is the Mohawk Trail. This is about, say, a good 20 minutes or so from the exit. So I just wanted to show you guys the whole thing because I really like this drive right here. Like I said, I go up a couple times a year. There's a couple spots where it rises up and down. There's actually, just past it a second ago, there's a Indian teepee hut. There's like a little gift shop that they have there. So coming up around this corner, right there on the right was the maple sugar house that I was talking about, and it's not too far away from this exit, which is on the left-hand side. That brings you down to Shelburne Falls, and where there's a huge dam that they built. There's also some glacial potholes and everything like that. You're going to see that in 1 second. Pulling up down here, very, very small town, very, very nice town. My dad actually worked on this bridge up ahead that we see straight forward down at the end of the road that the cars are going across right now, but more on that later on. Going down here, there's a glass blowing shop that used to be to the right there. I'm not sure if it's still there anymore. But anyways, here we are. It's a very, very nice spot. It's a very loud spot too because of the waterfall there and the dam and everything like that. You'll see that in 1 second coming up. This dam is really cool because it's kind of like a J shape, I guess I would describe it. You'll see right there, it kind of goes out and over, and there's all these houses up there and everything, and there's one of the oldest cutlery manufacturers in the country is that red building right there. I believe it's one of the oldest ones in the country, if not one of the oldest ones up here. These are the glacial potholes right here. Glacier actually went through here, and this was what it carved out, what it deposited. Now the deck that I'm standing on right now, there used to be a gift shop right next to it called Mole Hollow, I believe was the name of it. It was a really cool gift shop, and they had like, you know, just really odd stuff, like, you know, all these different greeting cards. And I got my mom, it was like 5 different cats lined up, and there were tails. It was like a key hook to hang your keys on that you put on the wall. I don't know, they just had all these weird, cool, tacky gifts. I would always get something every time we went up into here because it's just odd stuff that you didn't see in, you know, a normal store like Kmart or Walmart. This spot right here is what I was talking about, and it has recently closed, but as you see the star on the wall, it closed sometime around when they filmed the movie The Judge, which starred Robert Duvall, Robert Downey Jr., and Billy Bob Thornton, and I don't know, they rented out that location, and ever since then they never really reopened the shop. But that was a movie that we went up to the area, we were on the motorcycles, I didn't even know they were filming it. We got up there, we saw Robert Downey Jr. walking around, we saw, I think his name is Robert Duvall or Patrick Duvall. Anyways, I'll put the poster for the trailer up here. But yeah, we saw them up there walking around filming the movie. They had, you know, trucks and everything with all the cameras hanging off them, driving around the town, and we never saw the movie. Like, we saw the actors and everything, we saw them filming the movie, but we never actually saw the movie. So maybe sometime this week or in the following weeks I'll actually sit down with Amanda, we'll watch it. But it's a very, very nice little town right next to the river, right next to the bridge. There's also a second bridge that is over next to this main bridge that I'm walking up to now, which is known as the Bridge of Flowers. It's a memorial bridge that used to be a trolley/railroad bridge, or just a railroad bridge, and it's dedicated to veterans from, you know, World War I, World War II, everything like that. But This is a bridge my dad and his company worked on probably a good 30 or so years ago. They didn't actually build the bridge. The bridge has been there long before his company and him were around. But yeah, see, 1890 was when the bridge was built. I believe he said they did repaving work on it and some structural stuff underneath it. But anyways, here is the Bridge of Flowers right here. This was really cool. It's like a little water bubbler, but somebody had put a couple flowers on there, and there was another flower laying next to it. Somebody had to put it down right there, and they're just spinning around. That's like the information shed, I guess, or the gardener's shed. But yeah, this used to be a railroad track, railroad trestle, and just they made it into a garden. It's a really nice garden, really popular spot. You can't bring your dog, you can't, you know, smoke or anything like that. I don't know why you want to smoke in the middle of a garden, but still, it's a calm, quiet, respectful place, I guess, for the veterans, and, you know, a nice dedication to the veterans. A lot of cool, interesting flowers, some of which I've never even seen before, except for right here. There's some weird ones that have like all these little holes all over them. There's a bunch of bees and everything out. It was actually surprising that all these flowers were still in bloom and everything for being this late in the year, this late in the season. I had thought they had gotten a frost, you know, a heavy frost a couple weeks back, but everything had survived. This tree is really cool. They have it wrapped up around, it's growing over. There's another tree that's really neat. But right here, there's the memorial to honor the citizens who served in World War I, World War II, an army, everything like that. These are really neat flowers. I don't know what those are called. There's right there, that building behind is a restaurant. We didn't eat there this time, we ate there last time. We had came up here in the fall, and it's a really nice restaurant. They have a bunch of different microbreweries, things like that. But you can see there's not that much color on the mountain for when we went up here. Now, keep in mind this episode was filmed about a week and a half before Halloween, so still for being this late in the year, not having that much color out there was pretty shocking. That was a cool house that I saw. I just thought I'd record it. But yeah, these are the two bridges there. There's a bridge with the cars and people go across, and there's the bridge that used to be the railroad track. It's called the Bridge of Flowers now. Anyways, zooming out here to show you guys the river. Apologize for the squeaking chair. It probably sounds like I'm farting the entire episode, but take a sip of water and continue. That's the restaurant I was talking about right there. It's got a lot of cool seating options. There's like the deck that overhangs, and or deck that overhangs the water there and everything like that. So just heading back to the truck now, and the whole thing was I wanted to bring the drone up here and fly it around and show you guys the glacial potholes and everything like that, but there was nowhere to launch it. I didn't want to launch it in the middle of downtown there where, you know, everybody would, you know, be wondering what I'm doing or whatever. There wasn't like any like parks or anything nearby that I could launch it from and fly over to there. And then the street that we had parked on, it was just all trees hanging overhead. So we actually had north here, and you kind of go and just loop around back on the Mohawk Trail, which is the way that we're heading back right now. The way that we went up, the same exact way, we're just going back the little bit of a longer way. Now, if you were to continue, instead of taking the left, or you were to take the left right there, you know, I meant if you were to continue and not take the left to go down to this town, or if you were to come to that intersection at the end there and take the left, you would end up in like Pittsfield and out in the Berkshires and everything like that. So just heading back down the mountain right now. Should be passing the sugar, that was the Indian place right there, so we already passed the sugar house. It's a really nice drive. Now, towards the end of this here, you're gonna see this weird, very tall tower that's kind of like built on top of a house. Should be coming up in a couple of seconds, but you can't really see it on the drive up that I recorded. You'll see it in like 3, 2, 1, maybe right around. It's right there. Just past it right there. That was a tower that you could actually walk up. It was called the Sky View or something like that, and it was like a gift shop. You basically went in, you got anything you wanted at the gift shop, and you had free admission to go up to this tower. And it had a very nice view when you went up there. There was a old train track. I wanted to include that, but if I can't find the picture of this tower, you know, from an older picture where it shows it in operation, I'll include it up right here. But like I was saying, since I couldn't fly the drone anywhere, since I couldn't really get some shots that I wanted to get and show you guys, I decided I would do one thing to kind of, I don't know, apologize for not being able to get the drone up, and that was bring you guys up here. I brought you here a couple of times before. This is called Mount Sugarloaf. It's also another location that a movie was filmed at. This movie starred Mel Gibson. It was called Edge of Darkness or Heart of Darkness or something. Mel Gibson, I only saw the movie once. Mel Gibson was a detective. But anyways, they had done filming up here at the location. This location was like the super secret laboratory or like the corporate office headquarters or something like that. They did a bunch of editing to make it look like there was this whole building up on top of here as opposed to just a little tiny shack that you'll see in a second. And then they superimposed all of the surrounding, you know, the panoramic view and the windows in there. I'll put the picture up here of Mel Gibson in the office talking to this guy, but you can see the exact same shot that I'm talking about is the shot that I'm going to be showing you guys in a second here. Anyways, that is just me thanking you for watching this. I thank you guys for watching Beyond the Adventure. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions about this series. Like I said, it's a new series. I just picked it up in the beginning of Season 5 of Adventure Wednesday. So I thank you very much for watching. I'll end it out now with the footage I'm showing you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you on Friday for Free For All Friday. Peace.